much did you know about the Rook before you signed on to the project? And, like, how deep did you dive into the source material?
So I knew nothing about it before. And then when I was cast, I ordered the book and very diligently started reading it, and then was very quickly told to stop reading it. And I guess they didn't want me to know anything. We had 2 scripts, that was it. And they didn't want to, I didn't get the handbook that everyone else got about the Checquy and what was going on. And, you know, it was more just play with the material that you have, and when you get to the scenes, discover them and discover the character that you're going to be.
They wanted you to be true to Miffany, I guess, to, like, be,
yeah,
like, she
clueless.
has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no idea. But it was fun because I got to, like, test the other actors, like, have you actually read your handbook? Like, because what does this mean? To see if they'd actually read it.
Were you trying to get them to, like, give you, here, what happens?
I really didn't. Everyone was like, we know. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm okay. I'll find out. Like, I'll find out, but I'm happy to wait.
You have been on shows like Shameless and The Hath, but, like, this is your first leading role. Like, did that change how you approached the show?
No, I don't think it changed my approach. I was probably a little bit more nervous, a little bit like, oh, crap. But no, it didn't change, like, how I work or, like, how I approach things. I think I felt maybe a little bit more responsible for the show and sort of, you know, yeah, more attached to it, I suppose, I guess.
You also had, I mean, like, a huge role in that you're not just filming, like, yourself, but also, like, yourself from the past or yourself from, you know what I mean? Like, you had quite a lot of layers. You're interacting with yourself.
Yeah, that was really weird. I didn't like that at all. Like, I thought when we shot all the stuff on the tablets sort of previously, and then they had, like, got it ready for the scenes that I was doing. And I said, you know, can we rehearse it and then do one take with it, and then please can we get rid of it, because I hate watching myself. So it was just, like, terrifying. It was horrible. So we sort of played around with that quite a bit. But yeah, it was definitely very weird, but also really fun because I effectively got to play 2 characters, although at this point, what you've seen, it's very small amounts of the old Miffany.
Hello. As you can see, I am you. What I'm about to tell you, it'll be dangerous. If it fell into the wrong hands, it could have devastating consequences.
I know you don't know what life is really worth.
Someone is going to attack me and wipe my memory. If you're watching this, then I'm afraid I've failed.
Are we going to sort of know by the end of season 1, like, who sold her out or what's going to happen? Or,
yeah,
I mean,
you do. By the end, so you got to watch all the way through, you will know.
There'll be something new that we need to find out, I imagine. That's how TV works.
Yes, of course, yeah. I mean, it's a really long, complicated story, and it's not totally... I don't think by the end you know exactly what happened, but you have a very good idea of, like, where this was all coming from.
The setting for the show, London, is incredible. Like, the outside shoots that you guys have, it's amazing. Like, the access you got to certain places. Can you talk about, like, shooting exteriors and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was so happy. I grew up in London. I've never shot there. And the locations we had were so iconic and so sort of English. Like, I mean, it's not an exterior, but one of my favorite locations was we shot in the Natural History Museum, which is somewhere I went as a child and, you know, loved it. And, you know, suddenly we were there before it opened, and, like, I was going to, like, you know, authorized access only, and I was like, I am so cool right now. My, like, 4-year-old self is dying. And, like, the green room had, like, a roof terrace, and I was, like, vaping, and I was like, this is so cool. So yeah, and just you know, driving through London every day to work to different locations, it was incredible. And some of the buildings I'd never heard of, like Australia House, like, crazy. And, like, we would, you know, shut that down on a Sunday, and it was just, like, amazing. It's the embassy.
And then, like, now I know a bunch of cool places that I should need to tell people about.
Well, now I'm just that annoying person who's like, filmed there. Oh, shot there. Like, really enjoying myself.
You'll have to see it from the roof, but you won't be able to. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I saw. How deep are you now into, like, secret government agencies? Like, are you like, well, the show, you know, we just had the executive producers in here, and they were like, no, like, it's a real thing. Like, those are, you know, CCTV, like, British spies, like.
Yeah, I mean, London is has the most CCTV cameras of any city, and that's been something that, I mean, I knew through, like, my childhood and stuff. And I think what's really interesting with the show is the whole idea that the government manipulates the media in order to what to say and how everything is censored. And I think that's a very relevant thing today in censorship and how our governments are controlling what we digest and what we consume. And so, yeah, it's sort of terrifying, but I also believe in not fighting battles that are already lost, and I think that's when we've lost, and there are others that we can fight. So yeah,
It's just about, you can just watch news more smartly, I guess, going forward.
Yeah, it's like, who do you trust? What sources and what's, what is real and what is, has, you're told how to digest information these days, where, every news channel has its stance, has its political stance, and it's not really bipartisan. It's, it's someone's opinion. It's difficult.
Why would anyone do this to me?
The person who betrayed you is right here. Don't trust anyone.
Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight.